We've got hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up. Just because you look like you and I look like me, it doesn't mean we can't be friends. You're not my enemy. We gotta hold everybody. We gotta hold everybody up. We gotta hold everybody. We gotta hold everybody up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up. People all around the world sometimes feel so sad, but when others show that they care, well, things don't seem so bad. We gotta hold everybody, gotta hold everybody up. We gotta hold everybody, gotta hold everybody up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up.
Good morning. Welcome to Mount Diablo Unitarian Universalist Church. I'm the Reverend Rodney Lemery, and my pronouns are he and him. For those gathering with us this morning, welcome. We are really glad that you've chosen to spend part of your week with us, whether you are here in our sanctuary in Borton Hall, if you need a little bit more space, or virtually on our live stream and YouTube channels. Welcome back if you are here for the first time in a long while. For those of you online, please join our virtual coffee hour, which will be held for 15 minutes after our service today, so that you can say hello to the people you've been chatting with online. And if you are visiting, we hope you will sign a visitor's card either virtually or at our visitors table after the service, so that we can keep you in the know of all the happenings in this great congregation. Most months, on the first Sunday of the month following the service, there is a time when people can sign the membership book, and today is that day. And as your newly minted associate minister, I can sign you up. So if today is the day that you are looking to deepen your connection with our community, please find me or any board member after the service and we can help you do that. For those in need of a listening ear, we have pastoral listeners who are here on campus. You'll see them near the water column during the offertory in order to easily identify them. I would also like to remind everyone that is in this state of California that delivery of your ballot to the box or a voting station is allowed with your permission. So, we have a group of volunteers who are willing to come to you and collect your ballot and deliver them if you should need that. So if you do need that, please email me directly at rodney@mduuc.org and we will help harvest your ballot for you. Finally, welcome to this, our beloved community.
Good morning. I'm Mark David Watanabe. My pronouns are he and him. I serve as a member of your Board of Trustees. And in that role, I have the privilege of bidding you welcome to our service. And that is because Mount Diablo Unitarian Universalist Church is a welcoming faith community. We begin our services by reading our mission together, and the words will be on the screen. We bring to life our Unitarian Universalist values as we seek truth and work for justice, nurture compassion and courage, reach out to each other and to our larger community of faith, bridge the divisions that wound the human family, transform ourselves and our world. Okay, as with those many communicable things going around, we expect those that are on campus are feeling quite well, and we're thrilled that you're spending some time with us, whether it's virtually or online or here or in Borton Hall. A couple of things for this week. Of course, this is kind of a momentous historical week, and so I want to at least let folks know that no matter what happens, that there are a couple of opportunities to gather in community here on campus, because no matter what happens, it's always nice to know that you are not alone. The other thing is that, okay, pop quiz, who knows what's going to happen this Saturday here? What's going to happen this Saturday here? Bid for Love. All right, so the time is finally here. And now I just got kind of a ping on my phone that I got notice that I guess the online bidding is going to open up, was it 3 p.m. this afternoon? So please get yourself registered and get ready for the bidding. And the big event, of course, will be this Saturday here on campus. This is our big auction fundraiser for the year, but it's a lot of fun. So we want to get everybody who can make it, either in person or online, to really join in on the fun. We hope to see you there. And welcome. It is good to be together.
So today we are going to hopefully experience and talk about tiny acts of moral courage and also ways to cultivate a little joy. So as we greet one another, maybe turn to your neighbor and let them know how joyful you are that you are here and that they are. We're going to put your name back up. We have a slide for you. I just ignored it.
I know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Good morning. It's a joy that you're here. Hooray. My name is Janice Davis, and I'm a member of the nominating committee, and we are looking forward to this coming year. And we need your help, so this is how you can help the nominating committee. The nominating committee is a congregational committee that works directly for the church membership, and we're looking for a few great members. Each year, we are tasked with identifying qualified lay leaders for the Board of Trustees treasurer, legacy committee, and nominating committee. We gather a diverse list of candidates by taking in nominations from all of you, whether it's through our wonderful online form, which I just checked this morning, or by speaking with one of us. Candidates for any of these committees must have been a member of MDUUC for at least 1 year. From the list of nominations, then the nominating committee develops a slate of nominees to be voted on at the annual church meeting in June. You can self-nominate, or you can nominate someone else for a position on our board, legacy committee, or nominating committee. And if you're not sure which of those positions would be the best fit, but you believe you or the person you nominate could be interested in getting more involved and serving our church community, that's okay. We really need your help to ensure that MDUUC continues to have strong leaders and we need your nominations. I'm reading a very tiny thing on my phone, sorry. Printer died. Our contact information is in the Friday emails, the newsletter, and on a flyer in Borton Hall. You can also do it face-to-face by finding one of the nominating committee members. There are 6 of us, 7 actually. Anyway, thank you, and we hope to get your nominations in soon.
All right, now we're gonna sing Good Enough. So join me. I'll sing a verse and join in as you feel confident. My hands are strong enough, they're strong enough, I'm good enough. My hands are strong enough to give love. Arms. My arms are long enough, they're long enough, I'm good enough. My arms are long enough to give love. My heart is wide enough, it's wide enough, I'm good enough. My heart is wide enough to give love. My light is bright enough, it's bright enough, I'm good enough. My light is bright enough to give love.
I'm lighting the chalice with a quote from John Lewis. Freedom is not a state, it is an act. It's not some enchanted garden perched high on a distant plateau where we can finally sit down and rest. Freedom is a continuous action we all must take, and each generation must do its part to create an even more fair, more just society. And that's from his book, Across That Bridge, Life Lessons and a Vision for Change.
All right, so for our Time for All Ages today, we're going to do something a little unorthodox. I want to invite everybody who's down here to rise and spread out among the aisles, and also if you are seated and you feel like you are comfortable rising in body, feel free to come to the aisles. We are going to have a dance party. So please rise in body or spirit and join us in singing and dancing.
us. Is it now? It's us. Do the hoopla, too. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yellow diamonds in the light as we're standing side by side, as your shadow crosses mine. What it takes to come alive. It's the way I'm feeling, I just can't deny. But I've gotta let it go. We found love in a hopeless place. 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 Shine a light through an open door. Love and life I will defy. Turn away 'cause I need you more. Feel the heartbeat in my mind. It's the way I'm feeling, I just can't deny. But I've gotta let it go. We found love in a hopeless place. 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 We found love in a hopeless place.
Larkin says, that was fun. All right, and now I'd like to invite you to join us in singing our children and youth to their activities.
Do you want me to just do this a cappella?
Oh, yeah, because I have no
Okay.
idea.
We're going to do it a cappella today.
No, I could do it.
Yeah. Okay, lied.
Ready?
They're already out the door.
Okay.
As we leave this friendly place, love give life to every face. May the kindness that we learn light our hearts till we return.
Thank you. Goodness gracious.
Good morning. My name is Rose Rydell. My pronouns are she, her, and I have the privilege of serving as your intern minister. Thank you. Briefly, I would like to just say our collaborative pianist, Brett, isn't feeling well today, and so please give us grace with our music, and thank you so much to our musicians. Yay! And we're all just holding Brett in our hearts and hoping he feels better soon. So for our call to worship this morning, I would like to share with you these words written by Margaret Weiss. This recipe has been tweaked over time, so adjust as necessary. Sometimes it yields more servings than anticipated. Sometimes it needs a bit more of this ingredient or that. It comes from generations who have gone before me, and I've added my own flavor along the way. A recipe for resilience. 1 part courage, 2 parts tears of failure and doubt, 1 part deep listening, 1 part each of both silence and laughter, a dash of trust and a pinch of wonder, a heaping scoop of naps and snacks. Now, in a separate bowl, mixed together, family, friends, and those who challenge you to be your best self, those with whom you disagree. Now, add slowly to the larger pot and add a bay leaf for whatever it is that bay leaves do, and let simmer for as long as you need, which is often longer than you realize or anticipate. Now, keep the heat on an even temperature, hot enough to cook throughout, but not so hot it burns the bottom. Can be served at room temperature, warm, or even cold if necessary. Serve alongside your favorite soft blanket, dog, cat, or other soft item. Make often. Share with others. Hold on to the leftovers. You'll need them after a long day that challenges your soul. Come, my friends, let us worship.
Please rise and body your spirit for When I Am Frightened. This hymn was composed for the centennial celebration of the First Unitarian Church of Dallas. From the perspective of the youth, it expresses yearning for truth, respect, and engagement across generations. When I am frightened, will you assure me? When I'm uncertain, will you hold my hand? Will you be strong for me? Sing to me quietly. Will you share some of your stories with me? If you will show me compassion, then I may learn to care as you do. Then I may learn to care. When I am angry, will you still embrace me? When I am thoughtless, will you understand? Will you believe in me? Stand by me willingly. Will you share some of your questions with me? If you will show me acceptance, then I may learn to give as you do. Then I may learn to give. When I am troubled, will you listen to me? When I am lonely, will you be my friend? Will you be there for me? Comfort me tenderly. Will you share some of your feelings with me? If you will show me commitment, then I may learn to love as you do. Then I may learn to love.
Now is the time in our service where we come together to bear witness to those joys and sorrows that are too great for any one of us to hold alone. And if you have written in our book of joys and sorrows today, I'll ask you to please come forward to light a candle as I read your entry, if you want. I have an entry from Gail Mead today, and I love that Gail trusted my internet capability and prowess to download a poem quickly, but I, alas, failed her. But I will ask that I light a candle of joy, concern, focus, vigil, as she and so many of us experience pre-election jitters this year. And I will just say, we're not alone. I ask Rose to light another candle, a candle of joy for our member Harry Miller, who is returning home tomorrow from a successful heart surgery. I know, it is good. He welcomes emails and texts and warm thoughts, prayers, and wishes. And now I am asking Rose to light 2 final candles for us. The first that represents all of the joys and sorrows that are not voiced aloud today, but are still present in our collective heart. And the second, a reminder of this imperfect but precious world and our role in making it more loving and more just.
Friends, let us now join together in a time of meditation and prayerfulness. For this time of meditation and prayer, we will be experiencing together a beautiful piece of music composed and performed by Danya River called Heart is Wide Open. This song was inspired by a quote by Dr. Kent Keith. May God break my heart so completely that the whole world falls in.
Oh, love, I pray that you break my heart so wide open that the whole world falls in. I confess I've been trying so hard to keep it all out, keep it all out. So love, I pray that you break my heart so wide open that the whole world falls in. I give up trying so hard to keep it all out, keep it all out. So love, fill me, breathe me to pieces. Love, I pray that you break my heart so wide open that the whole world falls in. If I'm made for love, make me strong enough. And when I need to hide, love, hold me in your grace until I feel safe. Then love, fill that's wide open. Doves fly out and doves come home, here to rest. In my heart is wide open, heart is wide open, my heart is wide open, heart is wide open, my heart is wide open. Fill me, breathe me to peace. Heart is wide open, my heart. Fill me, breathe me to peace. Heart is wide open, my heart is when I need to hide. Love, hold me in your grace. Heart is wide open, my heart is when I need to hide. Love, hold me in your grace. Breathe me to peace when I need to hide. Love, hold me in your grace. Heart is wide open, my heart is when I need to hide. Love, hold me in your grace. Heart is wide open, sweet love, I pray that you break my heart so wide open that the whole world falls in.
Whew, that's hard to follow. Beautiful, beautiful. Good morning. I am Linda Russell, a member of your Board of Trustees, and my pronouns are she, her, and hers. Our topic today is resilience amidst uncertainty. According to the dictionary, resilience is the capacity to withstand or to recover from difficulties. But I actually prefer the second part of the definition, the ability of a substance or an object to spring back into shape, elasticity. Resilience theory argues that it's not the nature of adversity that is most important, but how we deal with it. When we are in situations where our power is challenged, where fear can take hold, such as illness or loss or changes in our lives over which we feel we have no control, resilience is the notion that there are ways we can take back our power. Voting is a huge source of power in this year's tumultuous election. How we deal with situations in a social context is by recognizing our networks of support, who we can turn to and who will respond. MDUUC is such a space, spiritually and practically, that offers a way to not only cultivate and raise up our own power, but to share it within community, which magnifies that power. Your contributions to this community, both financial and through volunteerism, create a space for resilience and collective power. Please give as generously as you are able. The ushers will now come forward.
What Linda just said was exactly what I was thinking when I wrote this song. Trying to make sense of words that didn't come easily to me, like holy. We were deep in the night. We had lost all our fight, and the cold seeped into my soul. When faith wasn't enough, neither was a love to keep life from taking its toll. When we greeted the dawn, our defenses all gone, our spirits emerging as one. It was holy, holy. It was sacred connection, our resurrection, and it lifted us into the light, into the light. I thought we had the tools, I thought we knew the rules for how to grow our hearts to hold, but the habit of tending instead of depending had wandered away and grown cold. As morning poured in and I saw where we'd been, I knew I'd never go back there again. It was holy, holy. It was sacred connection, our resurrection, and it lifted us into the light, into the light. That invisible line, that tie that binds, is fragile and easy to sever. But care intertwined like a flowering vine can hold these lifelines together and make them holy, holy, sacred connection, our resurrection. Let them lift us up into the light. That invisible line, that tie that binds, so fragile and easy to sever. Care intertwined like a flowering vine can hold these lifelines together and make it holy, make it sacred connection, our resurrection. Let it lift us up into the light, into the light, into the light. Holy, holy, sacred connection, resurrection. Let it lift us up into
Please join me in the dedication of the offering. To the work of this community in transforming ourselves and our world, we dedicate ourselves and our offerings.
Y'all know this song, so please sing. Oops. Oops. And y'all know this song in this key. Oops, sorry. It's a musical emergency.
Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right.
Go.
Little darling, the smiles returning to their faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right.
Third verse. No.
Sun, 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 here it comes.
Where are you all? You all know this song. Sun,
Sun, sun, here it comes. Thank you. Back us up.
How about again?
Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes.
Go.
Little darling, I feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. It's all right.
Oh. I love my community.
How about another hand for our definite musical emergency people? Also a huge testament to community, so thank you both so much. Thank you. Yeah, exactly, yeah. So before I begin, I need your help in making the next 10 or so minutes go a little more interactive. So hidden in my share with you all is a phrase. I don't know how many times, I didn't count. But that phrase is tiny acts of moral courage. What I'm hoping is that every time you hear that phrase, you will respond with, "Here comes the sun." Now, if you're online, I hope that you will type in the chat, "Here comes the sun," and interact with us. So the phrase you're looking for is tiny acts of moral courage, which might be what you need to muster to even loudly say those words here in the sanctuary. But I bet you can. So now that that's out of the way, I'm going to breathe because I am feeling very anxious about the next few days. It seems like everywhere I turn, there are horrifying stories in the news. Stories of our fellow Americans enacting hate and sometimes physical violence on others, including poll workers, trans siblings, and other marginalized community members. And after witnessing so much of that online and on the news, I felt a question raise up deep in my being. And that was, how did we arrive at this point? And then I sat with that question. And embarrassingly, I recognized the privilege inherent in even asking it. As a queer man, I've experienced my fair share of hate, especially during the 80s amid the AIDS epidemic. However, I recognize now that my whiteness and my maleness has insulated me from so much of the historic vitriol and harassment that seems prevalent yet again today. For many of you, these times may also seem a bit different and a bit anew. But unfortunately, the hate we are witnessing has been ongoing for centuries in this country and for thousands of years in the broader world. Now, I invite you to take a moment and check in with your feelings right now. Suppose you sense anger in my words, or disbelief of what I'm saying, or perhaps frustration with me pointing out a privilege I recognize in myself. But there's an inherent history of this place that we call home, and it's not pretty. And in that case, of all of those feelings I just lifted up, I ask you to reflect on the history and origins of our country. Ask yourself if many folks who identify themselves as Native American or African American would share the sentiment that all of this seems new. Native Americans have witnessed and continue to survive the historic decimation of their cultures, all the while battling economic and psychological challenges just to lead thriving lives today. The same applies to our African American siblings, whose long struggle for equality has resulted in a disproportionate wealth distribution and whose very voting rights are actively being suppressed once again, except this time it's happening to all of us. This hate is objectively and factually not new at all. We stand on a precipice where the very heart of our democratic experiment may either soar higher toward its promise of treating all humans as equal, or plunge back into the ages of discrimination and hate that many fought against not so long ago. These are the questions that I'm pondering today. And I've been grappling with them for the past few months, and truthfully, for the past many years, ever since a movement emerged, seemingly bent on returning us to a past where only some of us survive. We cannot and will not go back. In our faith tradition, we hold values that anchor us in tradition. Those aspects of our past that we love and that we feel have made us better people, all the while learning and growing as life forges us ahead, bringing us a freedom to take in new information and adjust our philosophies and actions to improve this one precious world. This week, I was reminded that this forging ahead, this path to wholeness and freedom, always comes with a cost. 3 days ago, while attending the Everybody Belongs rally in Lafayette for one of our MDUUC friends who was stopped and frisked outside his home last Halloween, I was given the opportunity to reflect on a powerful truth expressed by the freed enslaved orator and abolitionist Frederick Douglass. These are his words from his own writings, the West India Emancipation Speech of 1857.
If there is no struggle, there is no progress. Those who profess to favor freedom and yet deprecate agitation are men who want crops without plowing up the ground. They want rain without thunder and lightning. They want the ocean without the awful roar of its many waters. This struggle may be a moral one, or it may be a physical one. And it may be both moral and physical, but it must be a struggle. Power concedes nothing without a demand. It never did, it never will. Find out just what any people will quietly submit to, and you have found out the exact measure of injustice and wrong which will be imposed upon them. And these will continue till they are resisted with either words or blows or with both. The limits of tyrants are prescribed by the endurance of those whom they oppress. In the light of these ideas,
the limits of tyrants are prescribed by the endurance of those whom they oppress. While I understand oppression, I also recognize that my whiteness buffers my knowledge. Over my life, I've allowed the oppression of others to continue with little demand for its end. As often, I saw it as not my struggle. I've come to understand that this perspective is contrary to Unitarian Universalism. Our tradition demands we understand and embrace the deep interdependence of all of us, working tirelessly for justice, equity, and plurality, regardless of our personal experiences with marginalizations or threats to our own personhood. As Douglas reminds us, there can be no progress without struggle. Therefore, we need tips and tricks in our spiritual, psychological, and emotional toolkits to bolster our spirits and keep our eyes on the prize. This phrase, keep your eye on the prize, was used by the civil rights movements of the 1950s and 60s, originating from a gospel song known by many names, such as Gospel Plow and Hold On. I vividly recall the first time I learned about this song and phrase. It was during a history class in college titled Rhetoric of Race Relations back in 1993, 94. Don't focus on the years. My amazing professor, Dr. Keith Jenkins, who's probably not watching, but hi if you are, at Rochester Institute of Technology, shared stories of that song's origin and its use in the civil rights movement. It was there that I learned of a pivotal student-led organization in the civil rights era, the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, or SNCC. This group consisted of young activists like Ella Baker, who fought bravely for justice and equality. Its members demonstrated unwavering courage, engaging in nonviolent resistance, such as sitting at segregated lunch counters and risking their own lives to register Black voters. I became fascinated with this organization and its methodologies of community organizing. Their practices of tiny acts of moral courage provide a roadmap for others wishing to engage in collective liberation. I would never have imagined that nearly 30 years after taking that class, that I would meet one of the major organizers from that remarkable movement, Mr. Stuart House. At the Everybody Belongs rally, I had the incredible privilege of being with Mr. House, sharing food and engaging in conversation with him. It was a history in real time for me. As we spoke, I was struck by his still unwavering commitment to the cause of justice, even at the age of 80+ years old. Stuart House's work within the civil rights movement alongside SNCC was marked by tireless efforts to dismantle segregation and promote voting rights for African Americans. He even shared an amazing story about the origins of the Black Panther Party's iconic image and recounted significant acts of resistance, such as promoting black voter registration in Selma, Alabama in 1967, a tiny act of moral courage that landed him in jail on trial for inciting a riot. His stories reminded me of the immense power ordinary individuals wield to effect change, a truth echoed throughout history, really. During World War II, amid the terror of the Nazi regime, some everyday people performed tiny acts of moral courage to counterbalance the horrors of mass killing and destruction of civic life as they knew it. One such person was a young Dutch activist, Cornelia Notnorus. The Notnorus family provided refuge and sustenance to those hunted by the regime. She was only 13 at the time. She showcased courage that ordinary folks can muster in extraordinary circumstances. Here are her own reflections in her own words.
The best antidote to fear is action. We did not become brave all at once. Little things added up. We bought this paper there for the underground. We took in these Jewish children. We made out false passports. Our involvement got deeper and deeper, but we were not brave all at once.
We need not be brave all at once. Just like House and Noturness, we too must feel empowered to contribute to the collective good by engaging in whatever tiny moral acts of courage we can muster. All right, regularly. This practice of engaging in these tiny acts that may seem frivolous to you prepares our hearts for the moments that we may be required to do more risky or demanding actions of resistance. Because as Douglas noted, power concedes nothing without a demand. And we will need to hold our leaders accountable regardless of the outcome of this election. These tiny acts of moral courage create ripples outward, inspiring others to build a community rooted in love and in action, not just hollow words. As we navigate these challenging times, let us not forget that our democracy is a living, breathing entity sustained by each of us through the actions we take daily. Although the weight of the apprehension shrinks just a bit for me as we approach the election, because of communities like this, I know that we can find strength in the legacies of all those who came before us, who already dealt and continue to live in the shadow of all of the oppression before. It is crucial now more than ever, I feel, to leverage whatever privilege we have, in my case, my whiteness, my maleness, and use it as a force for good. Whether it's volunteering at a polling station, spreading factual information to combat disinformation, or engaging in open dialogues with those around us, even those we disagree with. Every action counts. When fear tries to paralyze us, let action become our remedy. I urge each of us to hold steadfast to our moral compass. Let it guide our words, our thoughts, and our deeds as we strive to do what Rihanna tells us, and that's to find love in a hopeless place. So, as we gather today and on Wednesday and Tuesday, if you need that extra space, we are gathering together to find that hope. But we also want to remind ourselves and all of those around us that indeed we are the sun, and here we come.
Please rise and body your spirit and join us in Come Sing a Song with Me. Singer-songwriter and feminist activist Carolyn McDade composed this song for a women's singing group she has been part of for many years. Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me that I may know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come walk in rain with me. Come walk in rain with me. Come walk in rain with me that I may know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come share a rose with me. Come share a rose with me. Come share a rose with me that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time.
As we extinguish our chalice flame with our hands on our hearts, let us read these words together, if you will. May its ember warm our hearts, reminding us to give the love of our faith to the greater world until we meet again.
I love my community. Thank you for holding me up in my musical emergency. There is a part for you in this song. Oh, and can I just also say, Lisa Matt is a badass. Your part goes like this. Repeat after me. I am the one.
I am the one.
God, you're so good. I will give you the high sign. Because even though we're a community, we are a community made of individuals. Every voice matters. I could say it's not my fault. I could say I wasn't there. Or I could walk away and say I just don't care. Or I could roll up my sleeves. I could say that I believe my world grows stronger if I do my share. Ready? I am the one. I have the power. I am the one. I have the choice. I can accept complicated days. And all the world's temptations can lead me astray. But if I focus on the goal, see the donut, not the hole, maybe we can turn the world our way. 'Cause I am the one, I have the power, I am the one, I have the choice. I can accept how things are now, or I can stand up and raise my voice. Why? 'Cause I am the one. Where will your path lead you? It's easier to follow the crowd, but your world needs you to stand up and live out loud and say, I am the one, I have the power, I am the one, I have the choice. Get out of here.